Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another weekly Wednesday live stream with the MSI Insider. I'm Peter, and this person you don't know yet.
No.
This is Aniek.
Yes. Hi everyone. My name is Aniek. I work for MSI Notebooks. It's been 2 years already. Great fun. And this is my first live stream actually. I'm very nervous, so please be kind.
Be gentle, guys. It's her first time.
It's not my first time gaming, but it's first time on a camera. So.
Yeah. She might actually be better at gaming than most of us, so
I don't know about that.
Surprise you. She might surprise you. You never know. So,
we'll find out.
Yeah, I already saw some of you guys in the chat. Dikina, already a big fan of Aniek, so that's already great to see. I think that helps, right? To know that you already have a fan without even having done a single thing.
Yeah.
You know, we had to work for this, you know? You guys are already being very easy on it.
I just sat here, put on the notebooks, installed the game, and I was ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's kind of why you choose a notebook, right?
Yeah, that's the reason.
But we're going to go into that a bit more, because today's stream is all about notebooks.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking all about notebooks, of course. We've got a couple of them here. And we're going to be going over, the physical product itself, showing you some things, also showing you a little bit about what makes them good and what makes them the best gaming notebooks on the market. Or at least in our opinion. Very humble opinion, of course. But seriously, we're going to tell you what makes them good, what makes them tick. And then in the end, probably also going to show you a little bit of live gameplay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you also have some things to give away, right?
Yeah, we do have a few Steam vouchers to give away, actually.
So, let me quickly... There we go.
Whoop.
That,
there it is.
I always still have to get used to that. It's like mirrored.
Well,
anyway.
Do you normally sit here, or?
No. It's just, it's a mind
Oh, okay,
thing.
It's a mind thing. You think it's there, but it's there. Alright, yeah.
Anyway. So,
we do have a few Steam vouchers to give away.
Yeah, so we have a few Steam vouchers to give away. What you have to do... what you have to do is go to msi.com/2/insider. The regular viewers will already know where to find it. It's our landing page, and there you will find a button that says go to the giveaway. There we will ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook or Twitch, something like this. The more channels you subscribe to, the more chance you have to win. So, and if you've already subscribed to our channels, then that's the only thing you have to do. Just click on the participate and you should be good to go. And you'll be automatically eligible to win one of the Steam $20 Steam voucher codes. So
what will you do with the Steam voucher?
What would I do?
Which game would you pick?
Wow. Lately I heard Mordhau came out. I heard that was good fun. I used to play. What was the game that is very similar? I can't remember now.
Not really familiar.
Something about it's also like a medieval hack and slash. You guys probably know, right? It's I'm trying to think of the name. Something like medieval something. I don't know. I used to play it a lot. It was great fun, chopping people's heads off, and it was a bit,
Sounds like fun.
It was a little bit buggy and stuff, but it was quite funny because it's more like melee. It's way more personal, and it's more like timing based. So you had to kind of like try to counter each other and time your strikes and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun, yeah. And I heard Mordhau was kind of similar, but newer, better. Yeah. But it's just one of those games where you just, even if you do badly in it, you still have a hell of a time because it's just hilarious. You just keep laughing.
Yeah.
And that's I think the essence of a good game. It should be fun.
That's 100% true.
Yeah. For Honor. No, Christopher Stevens. That is indeed another game where you had to do that. But no, I'm talking about another one. Chivalry. Now I know. Yeah, there we go. Chivalry. That was the game. But Chivalry is dead. Unfortunately, the game as well. But yeah, so it's kind of like Chivalry, I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was, it was maybe a little bit of a niche title, but it was so fun, You just could play it hours on end, and it's just fun. Anyway, so that's what would you get for a $20 Steam voucher?
I really don't know, actually.
Is there any game that you still, it's like on your wish list or something?
Yeah, but I cannot say them out loud because they're not for PC.
Well,
no.
you kind of already
I already
gave it
ruined
away
it, right?
now, didn't
Oh
you?
my god.
Yeah.
No, I think kind of like a sim game or Two Point Hospital is really a nice game to play just casually on the couch with a laptop, of course.
Right.
Something like that, I think.
Couch game. Well, there's nothing wrong with a bit of couch gaming, casual
Yeah,
gaming.
right? I'm not playing Far Cry New Dawn because we need to practice.
Yeah, that's true.
I was kind of on a rough patch, but
You have no idea. I played the original Far Cry 5 with Eric last year, and I had to endure him being a driver in the game, and so.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't count on me driving. I'm a
Eric
really
was
good
the
driver
same.
in real life, but not in game.
That didn't go very well. No, it's.
Yeah. If I have to travel like 2,000 meters or something, I just walk.
Yeah.
Just walk for 2,000 meters.
Well, that's
Not
fair
gonna do
enough. Yeah, that's. I usually do that. You see more of the scenery that way.
That's true, and you can pick stuff up and everything. But
you can pick the flowers also in the game.
Pick the flowers, but
very important.
Yeah, also because I'm a horrible driver in game, so it's just easier, and I don't die.
Well, fair enough. Fast travel is your friend.
Yeah, that's true. If you unlock it.
There you go. Oh, Kale, yeah, you got it right, man. It's Chivalry Medieval Warfare. That's the one I was talking about.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, nice to see you guys. Crazed Gamer X, Eric, Mubashir. Oh man, some of the names. Holy. Chado. Great to see you guys in the chat. All right, so let's get cracking. And let's see what the first thing is that you want to show. So that's like the main thing, right?
This is the beauty of them all. This is like the most beautiful notebook MSI has ever made, in my opinion. But I think
it's so clean.
It's clean. It's not gaming like at all.
So you want to show it to the main cam first, and then we'll go into the close-ups.
So this is the GS75. I think many people have heard about it already because it's one of the main notebooks that we put out in 2019. We released it and announced it on CES with a new RTX launch for notebooks. Yeah. And we
beginning of this year, right? It was
in January. We had a 15-inch version of this already. We launched it last year with the Coffee Lake. It was the GS65, and now we introduced the 17-inch version, and this is the GS75, the 7 because of 17-inch. And it's actually, it's kind of the same style, but it has a few different things, like this is copper, which in the GS65 was first gray, and it has a larger touchpad, and of course a numeric keyboard, which the GS65 doesn't have because it's so small. Yeah. But I think it's one of the nicest notebooks we have put out because it doesn't have that typical gaming look. No,
but it is, I mean, you can use it, it does kind of say business as well. You can use it for business. Yeah. But honestly, what gaming is about for me, you can have all the bold, all the big angles and stuff, and the aggressive looking design, and sure, that's nice. Yeah. But honestly, I just love that so much because I've been gaming on it a little bit as well, and it's just it has all the important stuff that is really needed for gaming.
It has all the power that you want in a notebook for gaming, but it also has this classic, neat design. Actually, you can use it for all kinds of purposes.
And it's quite firm as well. I mean, the thing is, it's very thin. Maybe we can switch to the close-up view here as well. You guys, show you. Yeah, we have to look inside the monitor here as well at the same time to see what you guys can see.
So this is about the thinness of a notebook. It's thinner than my finger.
Exactly. I have thick fingers.
Yeah, me too.
Fat fingers, guys. Fat fingers.
But it's thinner than a normal notebook. It only weighs 2.2 kilos, so it's really lightweight. And it can also last for about 8 hours on end. Not during gaming, but just watching movies. You can use it for 8 hours.
So that's quite impressive battery
charging
life.
it. Yeah, it's a really impressive one.
Especially for a notebook
for a gaming
this powerful as well.
And this thin as well. Yeah. Like normally a powerful gaming notebook with a thin chassis doesn't really have a long battery life because where would you fit a good battery? But this one has it. It surprised me, actually.
Is there anything new about the battery? I thought I read something about that they're also trying something new. Like it's not like a traditional lithium-ion battery or something like that. but I think they're trying a new kind of compound or something like that.
I'm not really sure what they're using technically, but we are improving the battery life in all of our notebooks. The GS75, so the smaller version of this one, was the first with a longer battery life.
Right.
Then we introduced it to a kind of a cheaper model, the GF63 as well. It had a 7-hour battery life, I think, and then this one came out and had also quite about 8. But so more and more notebooks are getting the longer battery life, which is perfect actually.
Yeah, that's what you want. It
is a notebook. You should be able to use it everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's now possible.
I'm still used to having, when I had a really powerful gaming notebook a couple of years ago as well, and I bought one. But the thing is, you just had to accept the more powerful the model you had, the shorter the battery life would be.
Yeah.
This was just a trade-off. If you wanted a very powerful notebook with an i7 and a high-end graphics card, your battery life was going to suffer. And that was it. You just had to accept that. But it seems that now we kind of reach a middle ground where it's no longer the case. You get the best of both worlds.
It kind of depends on what you want, of course, because we also have the GT series, which is like the really thick notebooks, like typical gaming notebooks. It has a really powerful cooling system, and most of the time it has an i9 Intel processor. Yeah. So it takes a lot of power. That battery isn't great yet. No. I don't know what's to come in the future, but that battery isn't great yet. Yeah. So there are still a few issues, I think, that can be improved, but I think they will be improved in the near future.
But I mean, the GT is on
GT is the next level.
Exactly, the ridiculous end of the spectrum, pretty much. That's just, how ridiculous can you make it? Yeah. And I mean, this one still has, well, I don't want to say ridiculous, but very impressive numbers of, specs and in terms of performance. But it still manages to also give you a lot of battery life, and so you can use it for a long time. Obviously, when you're gaming, it's going to be a little bit less. But if you're just trying to do some normal work or surfing on the internet, stuff like that, it's quite long. So pretty impressive stuff. Yeah. See if we can see some questions. By the way, guys, if you have any questions specific to the model or something, let us know. Then we'll try to go into it a little bit more. I also saw
I saw someone had a problem with searching for the bezel of the screen, which is also very thin. So this is it, guys. Like, this is the entire bezel. Yeah. Can we turn it on? Then maybe you can show it a bit more clearly. Because this is one of the things I really love about these new notebooks as well, is the screen real estate. Because that makes it, I don't know, it just makes it so much more enjoyable to watch. And the screen is really bright as well. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, there's an IPS level screen, so the colors are very good. But
the camera is a little bit... There's so much light in here, but still, the viewing angles are really excellent, I have to tell you. Yeah. But especially, it's so bright and it's so vibrant, but due to the thin bezels, it's just... it's hard to describe to you guys, but it just feels so much better when playing on this kind of notebook versus, a laptop with the thicker bezels. It just has a lot more better immersion to it. You don't get distracted too much by the bezels.
Yeah, and also with the thin bezels, we can make the model even smaller, so it's easier to take with you. But it still has a 144 Hz display with 3 millisecond response time. So it's a really good panel still within the thinness of the entire notebook.
Exactly, especially for, esports is maybe a little bit extreme, but the more competitive games where Counter-Strike, Overwatch, you name it, Apex, those games, you really want some high refresh rate monitors or panels. So, these monitors actually, these laptops have that, so that's great. Yeah. Let's see if we get any more. Is there a giveaway open to us Europeans? Yes, it is, Hearth Junkie. So just go to msi.com/2/insider. I think that the link was already posted in the chat before, and there you can participate. It's for worldwide actually. It's not limited to any country or region. So you're welcome to participate. The screen is awesome. Yeah, I agree. MSI did well with the culling. Culling. I think that you mean the bezel and the maybe even the rounded edges, right? Or the chamfered edges, maybe. Saw the QA testing images a couple of months ago and almost died of shock. The twisting and other hardware torture almost made me sick. Yeah, some of the tests that these things go through. Yeah. It's not for the faint-hearted. Let's just put it that way. But, you know, it has to be tested, especially with notebooks, because, you know, they get, well, I don't want to say
You
they
take
get
them
thrown
everywhere.
around, but, yeah, you know, they go through quite a bit of wear and tear in bags and stuff. And they're meant to at least endure some of it, you know. Obviously, you're not meant to, like, throw it into the wall. But, you know, taking it with you every now and again, it's a different story from a PC that you just put somewhere and then don't touch.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's of course one of the problems most notebooks have, especially gaming notebooks, especially GS series, even because we want to make it as light as possible.
Yes. Yeah.
But we still want to make it steady and that it
without making it heavier.
Break. Yeah. Without making
so
it
this
heavier.
is always a
But we actually
difficult
succeeded
balance.
in this one,
Yeah.
which was kind of media noticed it as well. A lot of tech media noticed it how steady it is.
Yeah.
Because normally if you
it
push
has a lot
it right
of flex.
here, it has a lot of flex.
Right,
You can push it really down, actually.
Yeah,
But this one doesn't have that.
No.
It does it little, but yeah, it's
They all do that.
They all do.
Unless you make it out of like an almost solid block of aluminum, it's going to flex
steel
a bit.
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's actually quite a surprise that it works so well.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Oh, the cooling. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did a type of calling. But the cooling. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll get into that in a minute as well. I mean, you know, cooling is always a thing that's difficult. I mean, you guys are used to us talking about cooling as well on graphics card. These are full-size graphics card usually we talk about. You know, these have like 3 slots cooling and stuff, and you know, you have a lot of space to do the cooling, and also a lot of fans available, and then a lot of air space. In a form factor like a notebook, that's really, you've got such a limited space, especially a notebook like the GS, which is meant to be thin.
Yeah.
You only get so much space to do the cooling in. And so you really have to make the most of the space and try all kinds of crazy techniques to try and improve it. And I think, you know, this is one of the notebooks that I've seen that has done a really excellent job on that.
Yeah, we can show a few pictures later on how it looks on the inside, actually.
Yeah.
So you'll see the cooling system and how it works. It's quite, let me see, there are four exhausts to show you a little bit already. There are 4 exhausts, there are 2 on the back, and on each side there's an exhaust.
Maybe you show it in the close-up here.
So this one with the copper, what is it?
Inside, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of copper
bits
inside.
Showing.
This is an exhaust, and on the back we have one,
maybe we can
see, here, and there, and this is one. So it's already 4 exhausts, which is quite some exhaust for a notebook.
Yeah. But it needs to be able to get rid of the
hot air because of the tight
possible.
space.
Right, yeah. And where does it intake there? Is it all coming from the bottom?
It's coming from the bottom and from the upside.
Okay, cool.
So
can you show that?
Yeah. So here you have a lot of space for.
As you can see, there's a hell of a lot of perforation there for it to get air, but obviously it needs to have it needs to be lifted from the table just a little bit so it can actually get the air.
Yeah, of course. Don't ever put your notebook on the sheets or whatever.
No, not while gaming at least.
Not while gaming.
But this is also quite clever because at the top you might think, well, this is, you know, I'm used to seeing this because, you know, it's for speakers or something, you know, it's like a speaker grade. But here it's actually being used also so it can actually suck in more air. So that's quite clever.
Yeah.
All right.
It's actually really nice.
Is Peter using a? Yeah, this is an old. Honestly, this is a. I'm not going to show this one.
It's his work laptop.
Yes, it's my work laptop indeed. So it's.
We have
good
a better
enough.
one for him in a minute.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I can show the other one, which is down here.
Do you want to show it now?
Yeah.
All right. So.
Or is that the presentation?
Yep. So here's the.
Here's the other one.
And so that was the GS series, right? And GS stands for?
Stealth. Slim, small.
Thin. All right.
Thin. With
this
an
one.
S. This one is the GE75 Raider. It's one of our newer notebooks. Also, if you take a look at the looks of it, of the design.
Yep.
It's the only one. This design isn't in a 15-inch.
Okay. Yeah.
It's only a 17-inch, but it's really sleek. It has a bit of a gaming look, but not that much as we are used to. Because if you look at the former version of this one, it had a lot of RGB even here.
Yeah.
It's nice if you like it, but there are also a lot of people that don't like too much of the RGB and the lights and everything. I do, because I have the one with the RGB at the back at home.
Yeah.
But this one is actually just, it's kind of the same performance as the GS, but it is a bit thicker because it has a little bit of better cooling.
Right.
This one is really made for thin, business look, on the go. This is also, of course, for on the go because it's a notebook. But
yes.
It has a little bit of a different cooling system. That's why it's a bit thicker. And this one also has a Max Q version of the graphics card, while this one has a normal one. Yeah. So that's kind of this difference.
We can show you guys the specs later on as well. Don't worry about that.
Just want to show you everything about the looks.
But honestly, I mean, this notebook, you say it's quite a bit, or it's a bit thicker and stuff like that. I don't think, for me, actually, it's still very thin, to be honest. I mean, guys, just look at that. I'm just going to close it for you. That's not considered like really thick, right? I mean, to be honest, here again is my finger. It's barely thicker than my finger at the back, and that's the most wide part. So honestly, I would still consider this quite slim. But that's just my opinion, you know. I'm used to having notebooks that are like that, like double the
that's
width.
more the GT version. Oh, people are asking what E in GE stands for. It's gaming enthusiasm, or gaming enthusiastic.
Right. Okay. So it's like a little bit of a higher level.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a higher level. Yeah. We have a few different series. We have a GL and GF, which is kind of like the mainstream notebook for people that don't have a big budget and still want to game, or for people that are just starting out as a gamer. Yeah. And then we have a GP series, which is a bit more high level. GS is kind of the same as GE, but thinner. And then the GT is for the ultra hardcore gamers that want to have everything in the notebook. Yeah, just the highest level you can get, pretty much. Alright, so I mean, this thing is also, I mean, yes, it has a bit more gaming, because it has a little bit of the and the redness here.
We can go into the details view. Yeah. You can, if you want, you can show it, or I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it also has a per key RGB keyboard, which you will see if we turn it on. Yeah. It has the redness here, of course. It doesn't have the golden look, and on the back there's also some red. Yeah. And this one has the red logo, but it's quite subtle. One has a golden one, but it's quite subtle. Yeah. It's not that extreme gaming look anymore. It doesn't scream
gaming. Yeah. It just says, true. I can watch out for the sharp edges as well. Yeah.
Yeah, actually it's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, and it has also the thin bezel, which GS also had. It also has a 144 Hz display and a per key RGB keyboard, which still has a bit of gaming in it. Yeah. The GS also has that one, but I think this is a little bit more fit. The GS, I mostly turn it off.
I see the question, OBCT gamers asking, how's the GE battery? Is it kind of comparable to the GS?
It's not that good as the GS yet. I think there will be some improvement in the near future, though. Of course, the GS is more for portable gaming because it's so thin and light. GE is more of a desktop replacement. Right. I'm not saying that I want to replace desktops, but if you want, you can try. You can use a notebook that you want to take everywhere.
Here's the thing, people who want desktops will get desktops, and people who want laptops to game on, they will get laptops. So there's I don't think there's really a thing that it's either or. It's just whatever people prefer. Yeah. Why does MSI insist on the large stickers next to the keyboard? That's also an interesting question. So, I don't know, I'll show you guys here. I think this is the sticker you're talking about, right? Well, part of it is because obviously in some of the physical stores, if you visit it and you just show the laptop without these stickers, how are you going to see,
what the features are?
Yeah, or what's inside there, what are you buying? Of course, if you've done your homework and you already know. But most, there are a lot of people who don't do that. And so they just, walk into a store and think, oh, that looks nice. Yeah. And then they want to know, okay, what does it have and what are the most important features here? So it's kind of a way to show you guys what's inside there, what are the most important things you need to know about each model and what differentiates one model from another model as well. So it's just a quick, easy way of seeing without, having the spec cards or something like that in a shop. Some shops don't have that. But you can always just see, okay, so what makes this model different from another model, and why is this one? Why should I consider this one? Let's see.
Is the GE75 Raider? Yes, this is the GE75 Raider.
Yeah. Yes. But as you can see, also another, rather subtle difference still, but you can see it nicely in the light here as well. Is this
The arrow, yeah.
Well, it has a little bit of, you know, some more design elements as well. The GS was completely flat.
Yeah.
You know, so that's again, it's the design feature where it's just very subtle, very clean. This one has this is still very subtle, by the way, but it's just a little, you know, if you like that little bit more aggressive gamery style, and this is not even, I wouldn't even call this a gamer style. It's just a bit more design put into it, and a bit more depth, literally, into the model. You know, if that's your thing, this is really nice as well. And honestly, it's not. It's a very small difference. As in, it's not very deep, so it's not like you have to actually put your hands down into it.
It's not like you lose your hand.
No, but it's a little bit, you know, extra nice design. It just gives a little bit more depth to the design of the physical design of the product as well. So I really like that, I have to say. So yeah, there's a lot to this. Let's see if we can show you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe also show the
we
connectivity.
Can show the difference as well.
Oh, as well, yeah. Just side by side.
So then you can see how thin the GS is. It's not that thin, but...
No, actually, that's what I'm saying. Well, the GE is actually quite thin as well. So it's not... There is a
it's
difference.
True. It is different. That one is a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the main difference.
Let's see. Oh, I see the giveaway link was just posted, so you guys can see it, and feel free to click on it, and then you can have a chance to win. No, it's not damaged, it's designed. Right, okay. Maybe the connectability as well, maybe we can highlight that. So on the GE, let's start with that one, GE75. As you can see here, next to the intake, there's of course, I think they still call this a...
Kensington lock.
Kensington lock, yeah. So it's basically to lock your notebook into place and lock it to like a table or something if you want to prevent it being stolen. Of course, you've got Ethernet connector here, HDMI,
display.
Mini display port, USB. I don't know. Is this USB 3.0, 3.1?
I think it's 3.0. Yeah.
3.0. At least, you know, at least it's 3 or higher. Type C, which a lot of devices are using these days. So very useful to have that. And of course the good old audio jacks. So of course the headphone and microphone jacks. Then the front, well, it's nice and clean. There are some indicator lights here, obviously, but that's pretty much it. On that side. And then on the other side you can see the power connector for the power adapter, 2 more USBs of course, and a card reader. So that's also very handy if you're, for example, working on photos or something, you know, content creating. And the back side again, well, there's a little bit of sporty element there, obviously. Looks really nice. Kind of reminds me of a sports car.
Yeah, it actually is based on a sports car.
Yeah.
Or sports car design.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly visible and it's really nice. But for the rest, you know, it's nice and clean. So there's nothing too much there.
It does have some hints of gaming, but it's not too much. It doesn't scream gaming.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like really trying to scream at the top of its lungs.
You want to be
at the bottom.
Yeah.
Exactly. At the bottom here, of course, also a lot of space to. For it to get extra air. So here you can actually see one of the fans through the holes here, and on this side as well. Yeah. And some other holes here to grab some other air. Actually here I think I see some of the speakers, right? Yeah,
those are Dynaudio speakers.
There you go. And some of the standoffs to make sure that it has, you know, as you can see here, you need to create enough space so that it can take in air, obviously. So that's quite important to have. Alright. Yeah,
on the bottom of the notebooks you clearly see a difference between the two.
Yeah.
So, you want to show this one as well?
Sure. Yeah. Or you can do the talking. I'll show it. You do the talking. So I'll just point to stuff and you tell me what it is.
Yeah, those are for your headset, of course. Then we right next to it is a mini SD card reader.
All right.
Yeah. Then we have a USB 2.0, the network cable, power cable, and then the exhaust, of course.
Yes. Switching to the, this is the front side, yeah, so nice and clean, as you can see, there's nothing there, not even an indicator LED, right?
No, it's on the side, I think. Okay. Oh no, wait, it's over here.
Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, there's like, there's like a really tiny hole. I don't know if I can show you guys here, but... So
yes, RTX is inside of both of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to the specs a bit later, but indeed, we can already tell you it's RTX.
So then, of course, you have the Kensington lock over here.
Yeah, there we go.
HDMI, Thunderbolt. This one does have a Thunderbolt connection.
Nice. You probably should be able to see it. Yeah. You see the little icon. Yeah.
2 times USB and a USB-C.
Type-C. So you got all the connectivity pretty much
Yeah.
you could want right here. And then we get the back, of course, what we already showed you guys, but again,
There's nothing there.
well,
2 exhausts.
a lot
but,
of
yeah.
lot of exhaust indeed.
A lot of little details.
Yes, and then the bottom, of course. Also a nice sticker saying this notebook is a engineering sample, which it is. So this one's actually not being, it's not for sale. We get some engineering samples every now and again to try, and of course to experience the product ourselves and to show and share with everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, big difference. Let's see if we get any other questions. I have integrated graphics. Spoiler alert, so do these two notebooks actually. These both have integrated graphics as well. But they have a dedicated graphics card on top of that, so
yeah.
That's a nice extra. Let's see, 2.0. I see them asking. Already see MSI Benelux already chiming in saying it has USB 3.1 Gen 2, so it's important to note that. Yeah. So that's the top spec, what you need. So best speed and best power performance if you're connecting devices that require power. It'll also do that. You guys got any tips to improve airflow on a GS75? Honestly, if I would have to give you one tip, one of the things I read was that if you're planning to use it in a more stationary manner, probably like a fan, what is it, like a stand, a cooler stand?
Yeah, a cooler stand, yeah.
That can actually make quite a big difference if you want to do that, and that they usually have quite big fans underneath it, so they don't have to spin very fast, so they won't make much noise or any noise basically. But it can make quite a bit of difference, especially if you look at how much air these notebooks actually have to get from the bottom. So if you can actually assist it by proactively blowing cool air into that, will make quite a big difference. So that's one of the things. If you're struggling with that, either that or just try and give it a little bit more space. So try and maybe lift up the back end, put something underneath it so that it's a little bit higher and it has a little bit more space to actually get air, take more air in. Yeah. Basically, that will also help. How many fans are exhausted after this climax of technology and good looks present in this stream? Wow. I'm struggling to go through that sentence. How many fans are? Oh, okay. So fans.
I think the fans. I don't think
fans.
Yeah,
not fans
exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about air fans blowing. Does GS75 have USB-C charging like the Zephyrus?
No.
It does not.
No.
Right, but there you go. That's a straight answer. It has i7 8th gen or 9th gen?
These notebooks actually have the 8th gen, but they are also available with 9th gen.
I think those were just...
They were just released on the 23rd of April, actually.
So that's very...
It's very new.
Time ago. So we actually couldn't get, we tried to get those sounds, we couldn't get them yet. Because first priority is to get them to the shops, so anybody who wants to buy them, of course, can
But they
buy
look
them.
exactly the same. So that's why we can still use these. We can show you them. You guys what we can do with them with the 8th gen and the 2080 RTX graphic cards that are in them, and then the performance with the 9th gen would be even better.
Exactly, yeah. So that's just basically what you can expect.
We can't disappoint.
Yeah. So anything you can see here, if you buy a 9th gen laptop, you'll just get better performance out of the CPU. Sexy tech and sexy hosts. What could be better?
They're talking about you.
Thanks. Don't make me blush. But glad to hear you're enjoying it. That's good. Misfit is asking, do any of those laptops allow for upgrading the CPU or GPU components? Sorry if I missed it earlier.
Nope. Unfortunately, the CPU and GPU can't be removed because it's a notebook. It's very difficult to change the GPU or the CPU. But what we can upgrade both of these notebooks. It is a bit different. GS75 you can upgrade with another SSD. It has a second M2 slot, so that's what you can upgrade it with. The rest we can show it a little later.
We've got some slides to show you what the insides look like if you would take the bottom off. We're not going to do it here because then we run the risk that we can't show you any live demos anymore. You never know what we're going to destroy here.
Exactly.
So let's not do that.
I'm very clumsy. I don't want to break anything. And this one you can expand a little bit more. It right now has 2x8 gigabyte RAM, so you can expand it to 2x16. 16 to get a 32 RAM, and you can expand the SSD as well. It has another M2 slot that is still open, and you can change the two, or the one SSD that's already in it and the one HDD that's already in it.
For upgrading the RAM, do you know if it still has empty RAM slots, or do you need to replace the modules that are already in there? Okay.
Yeah,
So
there are two already in there. There are 2 slots, so then you can replace the ones that are already in there.
So you have to buy some new ones. Let's see. That monitor looks amazing. I guess you're talking about this one. Yeah.
It is amazing. Look at the light.
This is one of our best monitors at the moment. Exactly. It's the MPG 27CQ. So it's the 1440p model, 144 Hertz, and some very nice RGB effects in the back as well. But this one has the bar at the front, at the bottom, which can react to in-game events using the SteelSeries GameSense technology. The same things, by the way, can be used by these laptops, which also both use a SteelSeries keyboard.
Yeah.
So that's fully functional with per key RGB that you can fully customize it with profiles for games and all kinds of good stuff like that. But it can also, give really nice responses to stuff that happens in-game. If you've followed our stream about, I think it was about Mystic Light, and we showed you with, for example, what was it, Philips Hue and Nanoleaf, that can also did react to the stuff that happened in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The keyboards on these notebooks will actually do the same. Honestly, I've seen some of the effects; they really look amazing. So it's really something that adds something to the whole experience. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I see the effect that's going on there as one of my favorites as well. I don't know. Can you maybe show it?
It's very subtle.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's really nice. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Maybe you can do the close-up view. Maybe there's too much light here.
Yeah,
I'm not
I think
sure.
so. Oh no, you can see it a little
So
bit.
it starts here and then it slowly expands to the outside. So it's one of the many effects that I actually haven't seen it before. I don't know if it was on the other notebooks as well, or is that a relatively
yeah,
new
it's
one?
just you can use SteelSeries Engine to select a few different profiles that you can use. You have the disco where you have all the RGB lights popping up everywhere.
Right.
You have the one that we just showed here, which just delicately shows the rainbow, and this one is another one of the many. But you can also make your own profile.
Right.
It's one of the nice things
Pretty
about
customized,
it.
yeah. That's really nice. Why don't you have a shop in North Africa? That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's just say we're probably somebody's probably working on it.
Yeah.
I have the old MAG 27CQ, but it's also nice without that bar. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's also a curved model, which is most of the models that we have are curved. Let's see. Is it possible? It's possible if you disassemble. Oh, okay. So somebody's talking about upgrading. Probably.
Well, not right now. But we were talking about doing upgrade your notebook.
Some laptops exist with upgradable CPU, but they're huge and they use desktop-sized CPUs. Yeah, so I think in the past as well, Chado is asking this as well, or commenting on it. Indeed, in the past there were at least attempts to try and make notebooks upgradable as well, but it's very difficult because the in a notebook where you have set parameters, it's very much fixed how much space you can take, the shape it can take, the connectors it must use. So it's very difficult to do. And also, if it uses suddenly a lot more power than the previous component that you're trying to upgrade, it's not going to work because you only have a certain amount of power. So it's a full system that you can't change. It's not like you can simply change the power delivery or something like that. It doesn't work that way. So it's very tricky.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's more trouble than it's worth, I would say, because it rarely ends up really working out well. So you're better off just buying a new laptop whenever you're really noticing that you're struggling with something. Because then you'll have a fully functioning system that's actually toned together and built to work together really well. So it's always better to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you take an example at the GS75, it's made to be so small and impact that they make everything, they put everything in their own place. To make it fit the best way possible, and it would be a shame if you want to change anything and ruin a quite an expensive notebook,
Yeah.
because it is. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but also, I mean, you know, the amount of modules that would be created, or, you know, people that would actually upgrade it would not be that big. So
Yeah,
that means that
that's also true.
purely from a production perspective as well, you know, the amount that you would be able to produce is very little by comparison. So that would make each piece way more expensive. Obviously, you know, the more you'll be able to produce, the bigger the production, the cheaper each part will be. So it's also, you know, the cost it would take with it, you know, for gamers to upgrade it is you know, frankly not really acceptable. So it's, yeah, not really a good option, I would say.
No. I wouldn't do it.
It's an interesting, you know, for people who love the upgrading and doing that. I've loved, you know, looking into that as well. So it's an interesting thing to do and to look into, but you know, it's really not interesting from a financial perspective. You know, as in it's not really cost effective to do it. So.
Yeah, it does have a few upgradable possibilities, but not CPU or GPU.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, to be honest, most of these puppies already come with such a great loadout. Sure, maybe you want a bit more storage. Well, then you can plug in a next or a second
storage,
M.2.
Yeah.
Or if you want a bit more RAM at some point, sure, you can upgrade that. But to be honest, most of these are outfitted already with plenty of storage and RAM. So there's really not many scenarios that you would need to upgrade it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so maybe we can already see if we can draw our first winner. Let's see. I'm gonna just look in my system here to see if we've already got some entries. Yes, we do. A hell of a lot, actually. That's nice.
Wow.
Let's see. So let's draw our first winner. I'll put the visual in the screen as well. So again, guys, I'm gonna draw the first winner now. Good luck to everybody who participated. Yes. If you want to participate, we still have some codes to give away. Go to msi.com/2/insider or click the link that's periodically spammed in the chat. So you can win a $20 Steam wallet code and do whatever with it, obviously. So let's see if we can draw our first winner. Yeah, give me some suspension here. Woo. All right. Our winner is Ferron.
Woo!
Ferron, congratulations. We'll get you the code as soon as possible. Again, guys, you can still win some codes. I did it again.
Point at me.
I'm looking at this monitor, and this actually shows the stream. So that's why I'm pointing. Like everything that's happening on the stream is like there for me.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to make a stream or a video to show you guys, like, you know, what this is like for us and why it's such a mind.
This is what it looks like.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so guys, you can still go to msi.com/2/insider and participate and win one of the Steam wallets.
Yes.
All right. So maybe now it's a good time then to show something a little bit more about these notebooks.
For sure.
So for that, I'm just gonna open this one up. And I'm going to switch to this capture view here, right here. Here we go. So
Slimmest beast ever.
All yours.
That's a great title.
Yes. So this is about the GS75, obviously.
Yes.
So
that's this one. Well, we showed it a little bit already. We talked a little bit about what specs are in it and how amazing it is and how much good it looks.
Yes. That's
this
the thin
one. It's the thinnest notebook we have on the market in a 17-inch right now. It's also one of the lightest. It's 2.2 kilos. And it's also really classy design. It has a few gold or copper, maybe? What will you say? Gold, copper?
It's goldish for me, pretty much.
Yeah, it has a bit of some hints.
Yeah. But it's just stylish enough. It's
really stylish to use. It's also a fingerprint magnet.
Obviously. All the good things are. Because you want to touch them, you know.
All the pretty things are
you want to touch
fingerprint magnets. But it's because of the gold hints of it. It's actually a very professional notebook. You can take it with you everywhere without looking like a true gamer. If you don't want to look like a true gamer, of course. If you want to look like a true gamer, that's all fine by me. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually a really nice one. It still has the gaming features like the SteelSeries keyboard and also the perky RGB. We turn it into the other setting right now, but we can show it on the other one a little later. It has a really big touchpad for also quite practical for designers.
Maybe I can show
Can
you
you
show it in the
Ah,
details. There we go.
It's a really big touchpad, a lot bigger than
It's
the
really
normal
wide
ones.
as well. Yeah.
And it's made with silky glass.
Silky
You wanna
glass.
feel it?
Wow, that does feel.
That does feel good, right?
Shall I make the pun? Shall I make it? That feels smooth AF, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And also on this side, you see that it's very neat. It doesn't have a lot of gaming features like the other one normally
It's a very
do.
clean design.
It's very clean.
Yes.
It's very clean actually.
There's not much clutter on there. There's even no sticker, guys. If you for
Well,
the guy who
this
said,
one
"Hey,
doesn't-
the sticker,"
This
it
one doesn't
bothers
have
me.
any because it's an engineer. So. But also on the side of it, it doesn't have the gaming features. It's actually perfect for
Yes.
the people that want to have a nice looking gaming
More like a
notebook
professional
with very
use.
powerful hardware.
Yeah.
Even the logo isn't red anymore.
No, it's
It's
just,
one of the first
yeah.
times we don't use a red logo.
It's very subtle, just a gold. Not it's
Little
a little bit
shimmery.
reflective. Yeah, but it's very subtle.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
So now let's get into the hardware, about the good stuff.
Yes.
This one is available with the 9th gen CPU, like mentioned before, but this one right here that we are using today is an 8th gen, which is still very powerful, so no worries about that. And it has quite a few VGAs, actually. It does come with RTX 2060, 2070, and 2080. The last one are Max Q, actually, so it's made for thinner notebooks and don't use that much energy.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about them.
Optimized performance and energy, pretty much. Try to find the right balance.
Yeah, but since a few weeks, I think since 23rd, since the launch of 9th gen, it's also available with a 1660 or 1650. I'm not sure, but it's one of the two. So it's
not the TI, the 1660.
Yeah,
TI?
1616 Ti or the 1650.
So
I'm not
let's
really
just
sure
say
which one.
The 16 series.
16
series. You can get it with the 16 series as well. The GTX 16 series.
Yeah,
the
so
good old GTX.
So it's made for people that are not really interested in the higher end graphic cards and still want to play games with
or
great
dedicated
performance.
ray tracing, you know.
Or dedicated ray tracing. So it's it is available for everyone. That's the nice thing. Then we also talked about the screen a little earlier. Let me see.
Yeah, so the
nice
panel,
visual.
the display.
Yeah, the display. It is a 144 Hz display. And it has really thin bezels. You can barely see them even with a black background. But it's really thin, so it gives the notebook an even more professional look. Yeah. I think.
A little more premium as well.
A little bit more premium, yeah. And with the 144 Hz display, you can still get the best performance that you want in a notebook. It also has 3 milliseconds performance. I can show you a little bit of the performance a little later, because one of the tech reviews here in Benelux, in the Netherlands, reviewed it quite recently. They gave it an excellent award, which is great. And they also tested the response times of it, and they turned out to be really good. Yeah.
But we'll show you that in a minute.
Of course, we expected it to be good, but to see it, test it, it's
the thing is, once you give it to tech media like that, you're that's it. You don't have any say in the results anymore, right? So then you can you just have to wait and cross your fingers, like, okay, I hope it does as it should. Yeah, I hope it works like it should, because sometimes stuff happens, and you just want it to perform like you've designed it to do, and in this case, it certainly did. So that's really nice, yeah. So did we cover all the features? I'm just looking at
No, not yet.
All right,
it has Cooler Boost Trinity, which is one of our own technologies. Cooler Boost is our own cooling technology, made and designed by MSI. And we do have a few different versions of it. We have the Cooler Boost 5, which is already a 5th generation of Cooler Boost.
There you go.
It has we have the Cooler Boost Trinity, which is mentioned here. Yeah. I think the comments aren't working.
Yeah, I see the chat. There's either that or you guys are really silent.
Yeah,
so
that's also
I don't know
possible.
what's the case.
Okay, I'll just keep on talking and
I might just refresh it and see what happens. Because I think we're missing out on some of you guys' chat. So it's not that we're ignoring you guys. Don't worry.
Oh, here. You see? Awards. Woo,
yay, awards. All right. So I think we're getting there again, guys.
Yes, there they are.
Yes.
Alright. This one is the Coolaboost Trinity, which is especially made for our thinnest notebooks, the GS series, and then we also have the Coolaboost Titan, which is made for the GT, the ultimate cooling system that you would want or that you could get in a notebook. So we do have a few different versions of it, all designed by MSI.
Right.
Let me see. We do have the black and golden style. We cover the thin bezel. Battery runtime. We mentioned it a little bit before, but I can talk about it again. The battery runtime of this one is about 8 hours, not while gaming, but while watching movies, browsing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like media usage.
Yeah, it's still really good while gaming, actually. I think you can still do about 2.5 hours.
All right.
Yeah, that's still pretty good for a notebook, actually.
Definitely, yeah. You can at least like do 1 or 2 like competitive matches.
Yeah. See, it's still a notebook. It's very hard to have full performance with no battery charging at all. So you can still play games on it. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want, you can always do it in the train.
Yeah.
Not that the Wi-Fi is good in the train, but
just don't do it on the Trans-Siberia Express where you're gonna be like 20 hours.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
Unless they have a charger.
True. Yeah, if you charge on the train, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah.
And the silky smooth touchpad, of course. Yeah, you felt it. It feels really nice.
It is. It's like smooth.
It's smooth AF.
No, but seriously, it does. You can if you have a chance to feel it. It does feel. It's like normally you have a little bit more. How do you say it? You just feel it's a little bit more resistance, while you move across it. And if you like that, then that's fine. But this one actually, it's like moving across really smooth glass indeed. So it just feels effortless. Let's put it that way. All right. I think now we're getting into the insides.
So this is what it looks like if you open the GS75. As you can see, not a lot to see over here except for the motherboard. Well, we especially designed it to make everything we can fit everything in it. With most notebooks, we turn it around. We put the motherboard on the back side near the keyboard, and then if you open it, you can upgrade a little bit more. With this one, the GS, because upgrading is such difficult thing to do with such a thin notebook, we turn it around so not much is possible, but you can still upgrade with an extra M.2.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and see if I can. This is the M.2, right?
Yeah.
This is one, and is this is the available
this
slot?
This is the other slot. Yeah.
There you go. So that's if you want to upgrade it, that's where it's at.
Yeah, but you can also see there's 3 fans that are in it. This is so we talked about the cooling system. This is Coolaboost Trinity. It has 3 fans and about 4 or 5, I think 5, heat pipes to make sure that the heat goes away and out of the notebook.
But those are on the other side of the motherboard, right?
Yeah, those are on the other side.
Right. Let's see what else. I think this is the wireless module, right?
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see the layout of these motherboards, and there's always some components.
It's quite different than the normal motherboards we have, right?
Yeah, it is. So it's always nice to see
around
what can you find, what can you recognize as well. Anyway,
it is an MSI motherboard.
It is, of course. Let's see. So here you have what you were talking about earlier, right? So here's the response time thing.
This one is from Hardware Info. They tested it a while ago. It's a big tech media in the Netherlands. And they tested the response times of a couple of notebooks. As you can see, there are a few other ones. Yeah. And this is the response time from 20% gray to 80% gray, which is the hardest, how do you say? The hardest turnover for a
the hardest transition
the hardest transition for a display to do. And normally it takes about, if you look at the other ones, a little bit more than 8, which is still quite good. But if you say that you have 3 milliseconds in your marketing everywhere, you mentioned 144 hertz, 3 milliseconds, then you should have 3 milliseconds.
Not just on the easiest values, because everybody can do that.
Then 0 to 100% from whites to black, we always score really good.
Yeah, but everybody probably scores really good, because that's the easiest thing to do.
That's the easiest one.
Exactly.
But this one is the hardest one, and we scored actually 3.3, which is a really good value.
Yeah.
And it just means that there's less ghosting, there's better transition for you, the screen is even better than you could imagine, that's really good while
Top of the line.
Yeah.
So it's really, you get what you what you pay for.
First step of any computer setup is Silkroom.
Yeah, well, you know. What are the temps under load? I don't know if we have that somewhere. Bob Snarch is asking that, but they're pretty good. There should be. I think you told me, well, that, you know, the CPU, because also of course it's an i7 and depends on how much you stress it. I think it should always stay around under like 80-90 degrees max, and that's if you really push it.
Yeah.
So, and for the GPU, I think a bit lower than that, right? It should be about 70 degrees.
Yeah, maximum 70.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is pretty impressive.
Normally, while gaming, it stays around 50, 60 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maximum load 70. Yeah.
So that's yeah, that's really
Celsius.
good. Celsius, indeed.
Not
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
No, yeah, it's good to mention. All right. I see AKA Sir Charles is a big chance of old school RuneScape.
Nice.
Respect. Know your old school games, guys. Know your old school games. All right, so moving on then. The battery test. There you go.
Like we mentioned it has a really long battery test, and this one is for the browser. So
how do they test this? So they put everything, because there's a value of like 180 CD. That's a brightness value, right?
Yeah, that's a brightness value, and they also put on a test in a browsing setup, and they just turn it on and let it run.
Right.
See how long it takes.
But every model here is then put at the same level of brightness, and then they compare it, you know, to see, okay, so at this brightness, how long does the battery last?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what
so
they
that's
do.
the test. And so we see time in minutes, 391 minutes. I'm bad at math, guys. Quick math. That's this is the 8 hours thing.
Yeah,
like it should be around 8 hours.
If you it's not 8 hours, but it's well, I'm horrible at math as well. How much is this guy's calculated for us? Well, anyway. It's a really long time, 391 minutes.
It's the highest value, so I think that tells you as well, you know, also compared to all the other notebooks that were tested.
I should have put the hours here.
Well, what's the fun in that, you know?
Yeah, then we have no laughs.
Exactly, yeah. All right.
No one knows. No one knows
well, not yet.
There's
a little bit of a delay, obviously,
yeah, that's true.
So give him some time. Anyway. But, you know, this shows you the battery life, especially compared to all the other models as well. And it's quite a big difference, especially to one of the models, the next models is quite close, but the others are actually quite far away in terms of battery life. So.
It's not really, it's about 2 hours away.
Yeah, it's a really big gap, so that's... All right. Then...
Let's look at some
benchmarks.
Interesting benchmarks.
Performance bench. So what can you expect, you know, in terms of gaming?
Hours.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
About 7. 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
So for the GS75, this one has the 2080 Max Q, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of gaming performance can you expect? So we've got a little bit of an overview here, which we borrowed from Notebook Check.
Thanks, Notebook Check.
Exactly, who did a lot of checks and performance benchmarks. Because we don't want to do, you know, we can always do our own benchmarks, but we always tend to use external benchmark results because those, you know, we can't influence. So these are real world tests that were done by these guys who reviewed the notebook. Starting off then, let's just start off with 1080p Ultra results, which is the red bars. These were the titles that they tested. So The Witcher 3, which is quite notably, especially at Ultra settings, a very demanding title.
Yeah.
But you still get over 60 FPS, so 75 and a half around that. Average, by the way, this is average FPS. Shadow of the Tomb Raider also 75, so that's pretty decent. Battlefield
For Ultra
5.
settings, yeah?
Yes, Ultra settings, exactly. So everything at the highest settings.
Ultra settings.
Yeah. Battlefield 5 also quite demanding. You still get over 100 FPS, so that's actually great for FPS gaming. Apex Legends 128.
It's very important.
Really
Apex
good.
Legends is a very important one that has to have a lot of frames per second.
Yeah. Sorry, we're bad at math too. It's okay,
It's okay.
AKA Sir Charles.
We all have a calculator nowadays. So.
Yeah, exactly. And then Far Cry New Dawn, which we're going to be playing a little bit later on as well. 82 FPS on average, which is also pretty damn spicy, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus, we tested that one a while ago as well. That was a hell of a demanding title. You can see it here as well, by the way. It's the most demanding title in this list. 54. But if you are okay to just drop the visual details to high, which is still pretty friggin' sweet, you already passed the 60 FPS mark easily. So you know, that's pretty impressive still as well. Anthem also around 80 FPS on Ultra. Dirt 2.0 Dirt Rally also 85. You know, also for these racing games, you want to be able to react to the track, obviously the turns and twists. So a bit of a higher FPS is there, also quite a bit of an advantage. And of course, the Division 2, also relatively new title and quite demanding, 77. So it's quite playable.
Yeah, it's no RuneScape, but
no, I mean, you know, RuneScape is in a league of its own. You know,
yeah.
it's right up there with, you know, Wolfenstein 3D, and you know, it's, you don't do tests with that anymore. It's too demanding.
It's a shame.
Yeah. They should reintroduce that. But then,
Yeah.
you know, you'd have like way bigger
charts.
charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to stretch it to the thousands of FPS, I'm afraid. So yeah, and if we go, you know, if you look at high settings, so in some games it gives a big boost, like Dirt Rally 2.0, of course. There you can then suddenly go from 85 FPS to almost 150, so that's a huge boost. Some games not so much, like Apex Legends doesn't make that big of a difference in FPS. You still get 130 with high settings, which is, you know, very close to the 144 hertz display panel anyway. So yeah, it's really good. So quite impressive results for the GS75 Stealth there. Let's see if we have any questions there as well. MSI has no equal in quality and customer service in both community and official roles. Well, thanks to Keenan. That's always nice to hear. So glad to hear that. Can I have that sexy monitor or maybe an MSI RTX graphics card? Wink, wink. I wish I could give one away.
We can send you an online store link if you want.
I doubt he was asking for that. Wink, wink. But yeah, no, sorry, we can't give away free stuff. Well, we can give away some free Steam codes.
Do have a Steam voucher.
Yes, yeah. So we'll do that in a minute as well. Hello, I'm French. That's okay. And I buy a 6060 Ti and don't know how to use the Logitech Dragon Center. Actually, that's quite interesting. You were talking about maybe showing Dragon Center later on as well, right? So stick around, Talon Arctic. Anik will be showing you the Dragon Center. If you have specific questions about it, I mean, you've got a 1660 Ti graphics card, so it's not a notebook, I know, but still stick around because the software is relatively similar. If you have any specific questions about that, let us know. Dragon Center is laptop only. Actually, Dikinam, it's not anymore. Quite recently, and this is really a recent change. We at the desktop level and the component level, we're trying to combine as much software into one suite as well, and that suite is going to be called, or it's already out, and it's called Dragon Center as well. But it's working for both desktop, but also the components and gaming gear. But it's at the moment it's like we're in a transitional stage, so it's working only for the latest models. So especially graphics card, any starting from the RTX 20 series and GTX 16 series, for example, they work with Dragon Center. For motherboards, I think I would have to check actually. So I think it's maybe only also the latest motherboards of the past few months or this year. So it's quite new, but yeah, we are trying to combine everything as much as possible into one software suite. All right. Let's see. So we have some more information there.
Want to do a Steam voucher giveaway first, or?
No, I think we can do the GE Raider first.
All right.
Then,
yeah, sure.
75. So boundless vision and fearless power.
Another really cool slogan. Boundless vision. Well, that's referring to the thin bezel, I guess.
Obviously.
And fear and power, of course, to the powerful hardware.
Yes.
So let's look into this one. Well, as we mentioned a little bit before, for the people that are just tuning in, this is a GE75 Raider. It's one of our newer models. If you take a look at the design of it, it's still a little bit more gaming than the GS75 that we showed before, but it's not as gaming as people are used to. Normally, gaming notebooks were very bright or very red. This one does have a lot of, it does have some red, but it's quite subtle.
Yeah.
There are the fingerprints again.
Some fingerprints on it as well. Those you get for free.
Yeah. So there are some subtle hints of red and a little bit of gaming, but it's not too much. This one is available with 9th gen CPU, but this one we're using is 8th gen, but it's still very powerful. It's also available with RTX 2060, RTX 2070, and RTX 2080. Non-max Q, all of them. That's because this notebook is a little bit thicker, so it has a little bit more room for the
cooling
RTX.
Yes.
And the cooling, of course. It's, the cooling also has more room, so it's a little bit more powerful.
Yeah.
That's the big difference between it. It also has a 144 Hz display. It has a per key RGB keyboard, which I can show you if it turns on right now. Yes, there it is.
So you can.
So magical.
And there's some green in there as well, which is being chromed out, of course.
Wow.
Yep.
There it is.
There you go.
You can also put it in a few different profiles, such as disco, where just every key pops up with a different color.
Yeah.
You can have it in one plain color. You can turn it off. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can also create your own profile. If you press the FN key, it also shows you the combinations of FN.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
so
there
that's
you go.
quite a nice one.
Yeah.
And there are some possibilities to combine the SteelSeries RGB keyboard with your game that you're playing.
Yeah.
But it's still a few games, not every game. It's still a couple of, but it's the first time we are doing this, so it's quite a
But that's like that it
new project.
reacts to in-game events, right? Because you can always make a profile where you highlight specific
also,
keys.
but you can also highlight the keys that you're using in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the GE75 Raider from the outside. If you take a look at the inside, it has a Cooler Boost 5. It's a different one. This is the one that's used mostly in our notebooks, except for in the GS series and the GT series. This one has 2 fans instead of 3, but they are a bit thicker, and there are a lot more heat pipes.
Yeah.
About 7 or 8. Depends on the...
So again, that really benefits the heat dispersion, so the amount of heat. So that's also why a full-size 2080 chip can actually work well in here and can be cooled sufficiently. Whereas in the GS, you could put it in there, but it just uses a lot more power, and so it needs a lot more heat to be dissipated. So the Max Q there is definitely the better choice.
Yeah.
So for this notebook, it houses a full-size RTX 2080 chip.
It does.
So pretty spicy.
Yes, it is very nice.
Yeah.
Then there's also the Giant speaker, which is one of the better speakers on the market right now for notebooks. And you can see it a little bit, but we can see it in a picture a little later as well.
Here we go.
Let's change it. Here you can see the speakers, these 2, and on the other side there's 2 as well.
Yeah.
And those take care of better sound for your games, for your movies, for your music, for everything that you want to use the sound for. Yep. Normally you use for games you use your headset, but if you're all alone in your room, you can still use your notebook and have a great sound performance.
And these are developed together with Dyne Audio, right?
Yeah,
that's a partnership we've had for quite a few years already, I think, right?
Yeah,
so they help us improve the sound of our notebooks massively. And I know, again, this is a story where you're trying to get as much out of a small form factor. But to be honest, the sound coming from these notebooks is quite impressive already. It's we had it accidentally before, where we were testing the sound of the game, and instead of doing the headset, it was actually playing over the speakers of the notebook. And honestly, I was like, "Whoa, that's
a lot of sound coming from a notebook."
But it was not like tinny or anything. It was like quite rich sound
quite
as
clear,
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very. I was impressed by that. I didn't expect that. I'm still used to when there's a small device. I've accepted that it has not the best sound, so I was quite surprised by the sound coming from these devices. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I would like to mention from this slide is the killer extend networking. It's that actually your Wi-Fi can be expanded through your notebook. So if your router is downstairs, you're sitting on the first floor, you can use your notebook to extend the Wi-Fi to the upper floor even better.
So basically, it becomes an access point, or is it more of a repeater?
I don't know.
If your notebook is connected to via a wire, you can probably use it as an access point, because then it will.
That's a great question.
Replicate the wired version.
Yeah.
But if you have Wi-Fi, and you're connecting through Wi-Fi, then it can probably only basically repeat the Wi-Fi signal. But still, you know, it's a pretty nice feature.
It's a really nice feature. It's something that you wouldn't think about it you would need, but it
Yeah.
get in handy
It's one of those things that just comes in handy every now and again. Yeah, that's true. It's just one of those premium features that you didn't know you need and you couldn't live without until you had it.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. And I saw somebody asking if we can talk about App Player as well, and I see it mentioned here as well. So we've got Dragon Center with gaming mode and App Player. So
yeah, App Player is actually software for where you can log in with your Google account, and then it can play all the gaming apps for your mobile that you can use on your mobile, but then you can play it on the notebook.
Basically, it emulates an Android environment. Is that correct? Yeah. So it emulates an Android environment on your notebook, so you can then. I don't know if you can play all the apps there. I tried it a little bit, and honestly, it takes some time setting things up. It's not like you know, if you want to play.
It's not plug and play. But
exactly. Because I wanted to see if I could thrash some PUBG mobile players, but I was a little bit disappointed that it was actually quite hard to set up. So in the end, I thought, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, App Player is one of our newer software, so it's still in development, but it's a nice feature to for the big business that is mobile gaming right now. We still want to be relevant.
I like the comment, TV Sudhar Sanan, who says, the Raider raids, App Player works. Nice. Nice. Stealth series is stalking its prey, says the Ginam. That's also, yeah. Alright, nice. I want one. Yeah.
Everyone wants one.
Me too. It's it has that I want it factor, right? It's just
Which
both
one
both of these models.
Yeah, both.
It's hard to decide. I mean, I very often I'm very rational about, you know, I just want the best performance, so that would mean the GE.
Yeah.
But you know,
if
just
you
the
see
design, and you know, just the feel of the touchpad and all that. So the GS, it makes me kind of forget about the performance. It's like, do I really need it? Probably not. So
do I need performance?
Well, it still has plenty of performance. It's not like you have to choose like a lot of performance or almost no performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it a difficult
choice. It's not
choice.
like that you have to game on integrated graphics.
No,
it still has dedicated
you can because it does have it. But,
yeah.
Anyway, here's the inside.
The inside of the notebook.
Yes.
So here you can see the heat pipes actually a little bit more than.
I can point them out. Yeah. So here we go.
Great pointing.
So, obviously, yes. I'm doing this on a trackpad, guys, so bear with me. I don't have a mouse connected.
So this is a little bit different than the GS that we saw before. Here it's actually the other way around.
Yeah.
Here you can see the fans, the heat pipes, everything that's in the notebook you can see over here.
Yeah.
So you also see some upgradabilities.
So here's one M.2.
Yeah. That one is the one that you can
let's see,
add.
The other slot seems to be here, I think, right? So it would be placed that way.
Yeah. There are 3 slots actually.
3 actually. Oh wow!
Yeah,
so I'm missing one.
there's 2 that are already filled in. One with an HDD, one with an SSD.
Oh, okay.
And then you can add another SSD.
Yes. Okay. So the HDD is here, of course.
Yeah.
All right, and then the RAM is here. Yes. So two banks can be 2 slots basically.
So we have 2 slots, but you can upgrade them to bigger ones.
Yes.
Currently there are 2 times 8 gigabyte. And then you can upgrade it to 2 times 16, for example.
Yeah. And here are the giant speakers.
Yes.
So those are, you know, I think they call it like a bottom firing, or how do they call it?
I don't know.
I think that's the name for it, because they fire the sound at the surface that it's standing on, and that actually helps to then reflect the sound, and they take that into account while designing these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You should do notebook marketing. You know so much.
No. I'm an enthusiast, you know. I look into these kind of things because I just think it's nice to see the developments and see what they're doing to improve these things. So it's like purely technologically the interest for me. And this one actually has only 2 fans, right? Or does it have more underneath the motherboard?
These are no, there are 2 fans in it, but these are thicker. The GS is of course a very thin model, so the fans are thinner, which is why we need more. With the GE, they are.
Sir Charles is saying great cable management. Yeah, I think it doesn't get much better than this, to be honest.
That's the pro of having a notebook.
Yes.
You don't need any cables.
No, the cable management already done for you, and it's done like kind of as good as it can be already. So Yeah.
Wait until we plug everything in.
Oh yeah. I mean, on the external, cable management, especially when we do it, it's horrible.
Yeah. I'm not great at cable management.
No, me neither. I'm too lazy for it usually.
Yeah.
I just want to get to playing or
Yeah.
overclocking or doing whatever I'm gonna do with it.
Exactly. Yeah, but over here you can see the heat pipes that we
Yes.
mentioned before.
Yeah. Very important.
They take care of the heat taken out of the notebook.
Yeah.
From the fans to the exhaust, there are 4 on the top.
Yeah.
I don't know if I showed it on this one, but you can point it out. There's on the left, on the top there are 2, and then on the right there's 1.
Yes. Yeah.
So it has 4 exhausts as well. So it's enough space to get the heat out.
So basically here at the back, here at the back, and then here at the side as well. Indeed. Also, I noticed that
thick fans,
the
thick
battery is actually it's quite a bit smaller than the GS.
Yeah.
So that explains also why it has a bit shorter battery life.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller, but also it's placed at the back of the notebook. So the GS actually had it at the front, I believe, right? It had a big
that's
part
true.
at the front. So it's a really different placement and design on the inside as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows that every model, it's tailored really for the design to see what works best for this model. How can we optimize it for the goal that it's intended for? So either a great balance between portability and still have great performance. This one is a little bit more focused on performance. So that's why also the portability, as in the battery life, for example, is a little bit less.
Yeah.
But you do get a bit more performance in return. So it's a trade-off. And so it's just whatever you prefer, So there's also, this is nice to see that, and these are just 2 models, and we've got a hell of a lot more. But there's pretty much always something for whatever you are looking for, So either you're going for ultimate portability and maximum battery life. We've got great notebooks for that as well.
Yeah.
And if you're going for the ultimate performance, well, then the GT series is, of course, the way to go, because those are, as little compromise as possible and offering the highest level of performance possible. So there you go. Then looking at some performance numbers for the Raider as well. I think what was said before, the Raider raids, I think that kind of accurately describes this. So the red numbers again is ultra. Here the blue numbers, the blue bars, we've used a medium setting to show you a little bit more of a difference. Not just ultra and high, but ultra and medium. Of course, we're using 1080p because that's the resolution of the screen as well. The Witcher 3 again, you're near 100 FPS on ultra already. I mean, that's quite an achievement. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you're pretty much at 100. Battlefield 5 over 100. Far Cry New Dawn, again, what we're playing later, over 80, so it's perfectly playable. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a bit more demanding, the most demanding title in this sum up of games. Well, you still get over 60, and for an Assassin's Creed game, that's plenty. That's all you need. Just Cause 4, a lot of explosions, love that game. Over 100 FPS, so you get a smooth view of all the explosions happening around you. Dirt Rally 2.0, again, around 100 FPS. Darksiders 3, a little bit less demanding as well. Even on Ultra, 121, so you're already pretty much hitting the 144 Hertz mark that you're looking for. And if you're going to medium, well then, The Witcher 3 is pretty much off the charts. You get over 200 FPS. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, over 100. Battlefield 5, also over 130. Far Cry New Dawn, you're pretty much hitting almost the 100 FPS mark. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, then you're going over 75. I mean, you guys can see the numbers here. It's really down to the RTX 2080 that's in there, the full size, versus the Max-Q. Also, I see a lot of people saying, can we show peak performance or even the 1% lows or the 0.1% lows? Again, we borrowed these results from Notebook Check. They just published the averages. So I know that some other media outlets, they will do a much more detailed analysis about the 1% lows and the averages and the peaks and the valleys and power draw and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't include that here, also because we didn't want to, spend too much time
talking about it.
You guys get the point. And of course, there are a lot of reviews you can find for these models. So you'll be able to find some of the 0.0% lows or other numbers you're looking for. So you're definitely you can definitely find that if you're looking for it. And I think that concludes the the close-up views.
Let's do some
right?
gaming.
Yeah. I think first, before we do that, I think we're gonna draw another winner.
Oh yeah, great idea. Hey,
So
Patrick is tuning in. Hi,
go.
Patrick.
What a beast! Yes, it is. Or are you talking about me or her? Let's see. Floored by the board.
Nice.
Yep.
We should use that as our next slogan.
Yes, that's yeah. All right, so I'm gonna draw another winner. But while I do that, of course, you can still go over to msi.com/2/insider.
Yes.
We have more codes to give away, so you can still have a chance to win. Make sure you subscribe to our channels, and the more channels you subscribe to, the better your chance of winning. So let's draw another winner. Let's see. Drawing. And our winner is Tristan.
Woo!
Congratulations, Tristan. You also win a $20 Steam voucher, and we'll get it to you as soon as possible.
Yes.
Again, you can still participate. Go to msi.com/2/insider right there, or just follow the link that's been posted in the chat and participate, and you can still win. All right. Let's see. Okay, so
how many
now
codes do we have left? One, right?
yeah, well, yeah.
One code.
Yes, one code left.
So come on, guys.
And we have a hell of a lot of
And girls.
entries, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
Good to see. Everybody wants to win.
Course.
I can't blame you guys for
Of
that.
course.
I would also like to win,
Who
but
wouldn't?
I'm not allowed to
We are
participate.
not allowed to.
Which sucks.
We can play on these really nice laptops.
Yes, and we can call it our job. So there's that.
Yeah.
There's that.
Who doesn't want to game?
That makes up for most of that. So now we're gonna do something which is something I don't like doing, which is live during the stream. Now we're going to try and
Set everything up.
Yes, set everything up so that actually you guys can see us, the capture card and everything like that, but also hear the game sound. And this is quite tricky, because this is usually the moment when stuff starts going wrong, and Murphy's Law is going to go
But
into
then you
full
can
effect.
see everything going wrong, which is also a really nice thing.
It's entertaining, yeah,
Really?
but not
It's
for
realistic.
us. It's realistic.
Yeah.
It almost makes us like real people.
Yeah. Which we are.
Well, it's pretty good CGI, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get this in one go.
Yeah, my gaming chair is nice, right?
I know, yeah. I want one of those. Sorry, I don't want, I need one of those.
I usually win at losing. Me too.
Well, at least there's that.
But now we're going to play Far Cry New Dawn. So there's
Yes.
not really losing, just dying.
Oh, you haven't seen me play yet.
Just two noobs.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Let's see. Here comes the cable management.
Yeah.
Oh, I need this one.
Let's see if this will fire up. Well, of course the notebook works,
That's already tested.
but I'm more, well, not worried, but thinking about will the capture work straight away. Let's see. Okay, start up the game. So first I'll try and sort it so that when we switch to the capture card, you guys don't get to see all the fumbling. We'll spare
If you guys don't play old school RuneScape, I'm leaving.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
We don't have it installed, dude. Anything with lucky on it automatically becomes. That's a lot of zeros. 1,000,000 times better? Yeah, that's 1,000,000.
Nice.
Highlight reel incoming. Oh my god. Well, if you see something interesting, clip it and then share it. You automatically win by working at MSI. Well, it does kind of feel that way, to be honest. I mean, this isn't the most horrible job.
No.
To be honest with you, there are worse jobs.
Sometimes we seem like we don't like it here, but no.
No,
That's a joke. It's a joke.
We're not good enough actors to make people believe that. Plus, we're just having fun.
It's supposed to be. It's not here, right? Is it this one?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, it's not there. Maybe reboot. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I just turned it on.
Do it again.
Restart.
Do it again.
Oh, you're already in the game.
No, well, yeah, I might have jumped the gun there. Because I still need to check my settings. Because guys, trust me, if you do this with the capture card, there's like a bajillion settings you need to
99
check.
problems.
Yes, and
A notebook ain't one.
no. Actually, the notebook isn't one. No, it's usually settings and capture card and everything else. Let's see if I have sound. Yes, I do.
Nice.
So that means that you should have sound as well in a minute when I switch to the capture card. But first, I'm gonna help Anik to sort it out for her. I think I see the problem.
What is it?
Go to playback and then enable that one.
Oh, this one.
Yes, it needs to be enabled. Right click on it.
Oh, here. Alright.
And then, oh wow. Oh, it's not plugged in, it says. So it's not detecting the cable. So maybe plug it out and plug it back in again. Yes. Got 99 problems and the HDMI cable seems to be one. Maybe just close it and then see if it refreshes.
That's the fun thing about streaming. Not plugged in.
You never know what's gonna go wrong.
Did I have the right cable? Yeah.
Let me quickly just check.
Otherwise, they can only see you fail in a game.
Yeah, that would suck. Because let me see if I can fix it for you. No, indeed. So what is going on? It is still plugged in on the streaming PC, yeah. So that should be fine. So for some reason, let me see if it's visible here. Nope. That's strange. So it's actually not detecting.
Which one has the jet engine? Well, as the notebooks are very tight and small, the fans are supposed to go very fast to get all the heat out, which makes some noise, which you usually don't hear with your headphones on when you normally game. So it's only a problem when you live stream.
Exactly, and
with a microphone without a noise damp.
Yes, and a microphone that's not really suited for this kind of range. Let's see, what can we try? What can we try? What can we try?
They want us to make a 99 problems cover.
God damn. You guys will just have to you guys will just have to clip it and then maybe, do some editing. Here comes the MSI rap. No. I'm too crap at rap. There you go.
Oh wow.
That was the shortest rap ever. Let me see if I can find anything wrong with
the cable.
Yes, the cable or the connection. See, this is the typical stream how it goes, because you always test something and then just before the stream it works. There's no problem, and then you start the stream and stuff doesn't work anymore. And there's a hell of a lot of cables here, so let me see if I can do this without knocking.
Without breaking anything. Oh, there went the microphone.
Almost.
By the way, if you have any questions about the notebooks, please let them know so we can answer them for you. Well, Peter is adjusting everything.
Or at least trying.
Trying to.
Yes. No. Cable doesn't seem to be broken.
It's not connecting.
No.
Scream at the GE75. Okay. Any Game of Thrones spoilers from this episode 3?
Oh my god. Well, that sucks.
Just do it again.
Yep. Well, we're rebooting again to see if that helps.
Otherwise, you're gonna already start playing. See if it works.
Yeah. Although you just get like a half split screen.
Anything I can
I don't think so. No, it's just for some reason not seeing the.
HDMI is not connecting.
Yeah. Or maybe now it is. But,
oh no.
Oh.
It worked before.
It did, yeah.
That's a weird thing.
It worked fine actually.
Display settings. Let's see what's there. No, still nothing.
And with the Windows key.
No, it's simply not detecting
No.
the capture card anymore.
And it's working?
Yeah, yeah. Indicator light is also normal, so shouldn't be. It's not indicating that there's a problem. What I can do maybe is to try and.
Scene.
Well.
Switch your camera in the scene.
There we go. There's one here. What I
Guys, come on. No Game of Thrones spoilers.
Exactly. Or you get a long night.
Yeah.
What if I remove this and try and add it again? I'm not sure. Okay, no, that's the same one. Oh, wait. Come on. Why are you not removing yourself?
Always like this.
Yes.
Yep, this is.
That's the con of live
typical.
stream.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not working. All right, then let's just improvise.
Let's just only do one then.
Yes. So I'll do it this way.
Nice. I'll just sit here
Yes.
and cheer you up
Yeah.
and cheer you on.
Or yeah, tell me what to do, because remember we're both
Oh, yeah,
noobs.
You haven't tried it yet?
No, not really. I played the Far Cry 5 way back when it came out.
Oh, but it's kind of the same key bindings.
All right.
It's not that difficult.
Well,
You know
so-
what walking is, so. Hopefully.
True, true. Let's see if my aim is still as bad as ever.
Oh.
Did anyone? Did you get any from Bethesda on the QA team for the HDMI? Really? Bethesda QA team? If you find them, let me know.
I don't get the joke, but
Mm,
it's an inside joke,
maybe.
I imagine.
Insider joke.
Insider joke.
Okay.
Nice.
So I don't know. Maybe I need to put a headset on so I can actually
Smart
hear.
idea.
So okay, so I've played through the first part here,
Don't piss off the twins anymore, please.
and actually maybe I can still show the hardware results in MSI Afterburner. What you need to keep in mind though, guys, is that because of the capture card, for some reason it's locked at 60 FPS the game, which is fine. You know, it's smooth enough, but we were trying to get it to work so that it's unlocked FPS, but unfortunately that didn't work. So you've got it in the middle of the screen there. You got the FPS counter, so it doesn't go above 60, sadly. But you will see that it's comfortably sitting around 60, and that actually the percentage shown there is how much of the GPU is actually being utilized, which is less than half. So that tells you, it's to reach 60 FPS, it's not even using half of the CPU or the GPU power. So 62 degrees, as you can see. So it's like idling for this thing,
Yeah.
to be honest. All right, so well, explosive lab. That sounds nice, but I need. Oh, of course, I've got nothing. This is a new account as well. We just started this. So I'll just go outside and do something, like shoot people. Maybe.
You have a gun, right? Yeah,
Yes.
there it is.
I have a pew pew.
Maybe you can show some of your driving.
Oh my god. Maybe I can look at the map and see. So do I go?
You
for
can go anywhere.
Bean, or? There
It's a small mission.
we go.
Sir Charles, I understood your reference. Nice one.
Is he making jokes again?
He says, I understood that reference, which is a
Nice.
Captain America reference.
Nice.
Nice.
I also understood that.
Have any of you guys played Far Cry New Dawn yet? I think it's a nice addition to the Far Cry 5 game, actually.
When I first saw it, I wasn't too enthusiastic about it because of all the pink stuff and the storytelling was apparently bad or something. It was nowhere near as good as Far Cry 5. But I also heard that like the gameplay itself and the weapons and stuff and the crafting was like really good. So yeah, I was tempted to give it a try as well. So I'm actually quite happy to give it a go. Why am I following the road? This is like an off-road vehicle. Let's just go like in a straight line. Let's see if we can get hurt.
Hi, Emma.
I think we're...
Where are you going?
Well, I thought I was going to that point, but I don't know where it is.
You're not showing any driving skills right now.
No. Where's the... But, I mean, I'm here, right? Or...
The thing I always like most about Far Cry games is that you can get attacked by an animal.
Where?
Every time.
Where?
Yeah,
Where?
not right now, but
Oh.
like... I played Far Cry 3 for a while, and then I stopped because I got attacked by animals too often, and I got sick of it.
And you had to slaughter them. So is it this church? I don't know. Let's see.
You can go inside, I think.
No, is this guy? Look, he's here. He's there. Sidecar.
Hello? This is Bean, founder of Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Nice one.
You understood that reference?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a supply drop. You can wait until.
So I'm just picking plants. Yeah.
That's also a good idea. That's why I always walk.
Pretty.
Also
flowers.
because I'm not good at driving in games, but mostly because I can pick up stuff.
But Bean is supposed to be like somewhere here, right?
It is shown. Have you tracked the mission?
Yeah, I did. And now it's because I was already there.
Oh,
it's
you were
kind of
already
gone.
there.
So maybe it's
He's supposed to be
here.
somewhere there.
Location discovered. Wikipedia. There we go.
Nice.
That sounds like the place to be.
There he is.
What's up, Beanie?
He is wearing a beanie.
Yo.
even.
Oh, he's always so twitchy. Yeah, this guy.
You're so nice.
You're
I'm
so
Dave,
nice.
creator of Wikipedia. You know, your one-stop shop for maps and intel. Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Just the tips.
Nice, mate.
But here's the rub. Wikipedia is in danger. My key assets are all gone. Intel, maps, you name it. Now my business plan is missing too. But I know who gave me the shaft. My employee
You
Richard.
can skip the
Misfit,
talking.
I've got that same problem, man. I got way too many games, old games to finish that I bought because I thought, oh, that's a good deal. I'm definitely gonna play that, and I just never got around to it anymore.
I think every gamer has that problem.
That's why Steam sales are so cruel.
Yeah.
They're so good, but so cruel. Because it just reminds you of all the games that you once bought that you've never played yet.
And eyes.
Sad.
Anyway, please get my business plan back.
First world gamer problems, guys. First world gamer problems.
That's a Wikipedia promise.
First world parent problems as well, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go there because I already mentioned that way too much, and it sounds like I don't like being a parent, but honestly, sure,
that's not it.
you miss gaming a little bit, but to be honest, you know, playing with a little girl, watching her growing up a little bit, learn new things. Today's actually she's now 6 months old today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I heard
Congratulations.
it's somebody else's birthday as well, right?
Oh god.
Yeah, so it's actually Anik's birthday today, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention getting older.
Why not? It's normal. It's
I'm not a
part
fan
of
of
the, it's
getting
part of the
older.
process, you know.
I'm still stuck in 21, I think.
Grow old with grace.
When I
Well,
once was 21 years old, I still want
look,
to be 21.
everybody gets older.
That's
but growing
true.
up is optional.
That's 100%
What
true.
did I just do? Why did I just throw the motorcycle up on a rock or something? Anyway, let's go to the point that's in the game. Let's not hit a tree.
Over 100 games in my library. Damn!
Ooh, quite the gatherer, aren't you? There needs to be like a program, like digital hoarders or something.
No, there needs to be like a digital yard sale where you can sell your games that you're not playing.
Here's the question though: do you? Wow, what?
But
what?
that's yeah.
Do you also keep games installed on your hard drive that you never played? Like, because I've actually done
Yeah,
that as well.
I do. And then when I want to delete the games, I'm choosing like, oh, maybe I should delete that one or that one, and then it's like, no, but I want to play that game again, and then I don't play it for another year.
Yeah.
That's the main problem I have. Ah, thanks, guys. 18
Give her-
again.
give her some-
Oh,
give her
18 was good.
some birthday wishes, guys.
18
Headshot.
was a good age. Van harte
Alright.
gefeliciteerd. Thank you.
Oh, there's a doggy. Doggy, let's play. Oh, no, no, no.
Ah, no,
it's
you
not-
should
it's not
kill
a
that
nice
one.
doggy.
It's not a nice
Losing
one.
streak. What? What did I just do? Why is this a losing streak?
I don't know. I think you should have followed someone.
See, I told you. You were saying you can't lose.
Yeah.
I just proved you wrong.
They show you that you should follow someone.
Oh, man. Or was I not supposed to shoot them? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Really?
I played this one yesterday,
Wait, where's that? Here.
so I think you should. Now I have an excuse to eat more cake.
There's
There's-
always an excuse to eat.
You
more
don't need an excuse
Exactly.
to eat more cake.
More cake is
More cake
an
is always good.
excuse in itself.
That's a good thing about growing up. You find out you can always eat cake.
Yeah, you
Not
decide.
only on
You decide
not
when
only
you
on
eat cake.
birthdays or special occasions. You can always eat cake.
Search inside zone. Okay, so I have to search.
You are in a
What
good
am I
zone.
looking for? What am I looking for? I don't.
I think for people.
People.
People. You should.
Look
I
at
played
Richard.
it yesterday.
Oh, there we
You
go.
should
Okay,
play
okay. Sorry.
or
I
kill
didn't
some
pay
of the
attention.
people and then follow a guy.
I didn't pay attention. That's probably the problem.
Sorry.
I wasn't paying attention. What? There's people yelling and stuff. Woo-ha-ha. Okay. Where's Richard? Oh, there he is. Oh, it's the guy wearing just underpants. Of course.
Yeah, but you should kill the other guys, and then that one goes away,
That one goes away.
and then you should follow that guy.
Why is he going away?
He's running away. I don't know, from his problems, I guess.
Are you? Hello? Why is it not like registering? Because I can clearly see this guy, but it's not telling me.
Ah, there it is.
So just headshot him. Oh, what the?
I have a dog dreaming of MSI laptops. You have a dog? Oh, that's nice. I love dogs.
What the? Come on. Headshot. Oh, you want to get up? There you go. Ooh, shotty.
Yeah, that one's way better.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the saw thing.
Oh,
You
wait,
should
wait,
follow
wait,
the guy.
wait. Warning, you're moving too far.
Run, bitch, run.
Run, Forrest! Can I get my knife or something? I need to be faster. I run faster with a knife.
With a smaller.
Everybody knows you run faster with a knife.
I think it's under 5. The knife, I guess. I don't know.
5?
Yeah? Oh, there it is.
That's a Molotov. Or
A
fists.
Molotov.
Fisticuffs.
Also nice.
Come on. Why are you running?
He isn't running anymore.
Oh, he's
He's
not?
standing still, I guess.
No?
No,
I
no,
think
no.
he's still running.
He's almost standing still. You're very close. See?
There's
He's
like
standing
bad
still.
music coming from that shed there. No, I think he's still moving. He
Bad
looks like,
music.
oh, oh no, actually. Oh. You're like getting into the water there, right?
He just
Talk
wants
to
take
Richard.
this
I just want to talk to him. Just want to talk to him. Come on, let's talk.
Look, okay, yes. I lost my clothes in a game of cards. Ha ha ha. I have a problem.
Yeah, you do have a
right?
problem.
I didn't mean for things to get this bad. I was one of Bean's scouts, and I thought that since the highwaymen travel so much, they'd be a good source of information. They said they'd play me for it, and before I knew it, I'd gambled away all of Bean's assets.
Yeah.
The only things I had
Oh, that's
left
nice. It
over
corrects me
were
when
the
I look
clothes off
down.
my
It's
back
and I
and
Oh,
let
oh,
go of
there
the
it
mouse.
goes.
Like my eyes are up here.
Just over the hill there. I
Nice.
promise I'll never gamble again.
Okay. Look, dude, you're the one deciding to run around in your underpants, right? That's not my fault.
He's an innocent.
Don't
you don't have to shoot him.
don't get angry at me for looking at that, right? Not my fault. Okay,
I can make a
shut
comment,
down.
but I'm not gonna do it.
What's going on?
Oh no! Shoot at the barrels. Nice.
See.
Or go inside. You should go inside there.
Wait.
As a bunker.
No walk in the park. If you ever find yourself outgunned, you can
Oh,
find
wow.
a better weapon
You also have a other gun?
county.
Uh-oh.
So remember,
I also have
Uh-oh.
very low
are
health.
here to help in any way they can. We won't
No,
leave.
no, no. Wow.
Oh, oh God!
What the? Excuse you? Whoop. Somebody's still shooting? I hear something. I'm just reloading, dude. Have some decency. You don't shoot people that are reloading. You don't do that. That's not good manners. Wait a minute, what's that? Okay. Can you...
Get behind.
Wait,
Ah, there.
Hey! Oi!
Oi, mate. You
It's like
finished.
hiding a bit.
There you go.
That should be it. Oh, now you arrived. That's good timing, that. Great. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks for your help. Couldn't have done it without you.
Always so positive.
Oh man,
Always
so
so
thankful
positive,
for that
yeah.
help, man. Just so thankful. Is there more loot and stuff here?
Yeah, there is.
Probably is. I
I
probably
think
should
you
get
get
down there.
loot from the people.
Sorry, the highwaymen
Oh.
will eat anything on four
What now?
legs. They've stolen dogs from folks lately.
You can go down there.
Nice. Gimme. Wait.
Yeah.
Hope County's got its fair share of people.
So guys, if you have any more questions about our notebooks or about anything else,
Only way to stay alive.
especially MSI related,
Backpacks
hopefully,
wandering around.
then just shoot your
What
question.
items they're carrying, or what they're willing to pay for
Or
yours.
we can watch Peter fail.
Yes.
That's also
Yes.
a possibility.
It's quite entertaining in and of itself. What's happening here?
I can't
Oh,
open
perk
that one
needed.
yet.
Ow!
Maybe
ow,
you
ow,
can-
Ow!
You,
Oh,
maybe
wait,
you can
That's the thing I needed. There we go.
Hello?
get the perk already.
Wow, you look threatening, dude. I almost shot you.
How to instill fear in your enemies.
But by my estimate, I'm closer to where
Oi!
you ought to be.
Exactly.
Head
Just
up.
run up to them and go, Oi!
You'll find me.
That
I know
works.
you will.
Every time.
Just sound like a Scottish person.
Not
Wait.
just that, just sound like somebody who doesn't give a crap and will headbutt your face if you look at him wrong.
Would you run if someone was shooting?
Shooting or shouting?
Shooting.
Probably. Yeah.
Shouting as well?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Depends
I would be
what's,
wondering why the hell are they
yeah,
shouting?
exactly.
Oh wait, these are bad guys. What up?
Nice.
Boom! What's up? Wow, what do you call me? She called me an asshole. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm just gonna use your bike.
Then one of our notebooks is overclockable, the CPU. That's the GE75 with an i9. i7 is a little bit overclockable, but not really like in the desktop version. The GE75 with an i9 is actually overclockable like the desktop version.
Oh, okay. That didn't go to plan. Oh, but I found who I'm looking for.
It's you.
What up, Beanie?
I'd clap for joy, but my daddy always said that was for clowns and babies, and I'm neither. Remember I mentioned the reach around your back?
Alright, so again, guys, you know, just a pretty solid 56,
Prosperity
57 FPS, you know, close to 60.
And I'll get maps
almost
again.
no drops.
Well, you'll see. With my
And the
business plan,
GPU is
Wikipedia
like
will
picking
go
its
all
nose
over.
right now.
Just
It's
like Daddy
not
always
working
talked about
at
all
all.
before. Everyone will help us and
This
give
is
us donations.
easy.
It'll be great. I'll see you at Prosperity soon, right?
Yeah, sure, mate.
I can't wait.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
have a nice time until then.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.
Shay, bye-bye.
You completed your first mission.
Yay! Look,
Nice.
oh, Wikipedia in business. Achievement unlocked. Alright. So, maybe I can do one more. And then we draw another winner.
Yeah,
Let's see, where do I go?
you can take that one.
I don't know which one is better. Let's do Grace.
I don't know.
Let's say Grace.
What I liked about Far Cry New Dawn is that Grace is a character that's also in Far Cry 5.
Yep.
I use her a lot as ally because she was a very good shooter.
Ow.
I really liked that she
This
came
thing is actually stuck now. Nice! See, I find a way to make it fail.
to ruin it.
Yeah. I thought let's just like take the most direct route, but yeah,
You can
that
still walk.
didn't quite work as
It's quite
planned.
dark.
It is, yeah. It's nighttime, I think. All right, let's go for a nighttime jog. There's something up there. What is that? Is it a sign? What is that? I have no idea. And there's a gentleman up there. Wolverine rank opening. Oh, okay, new animal den. Oh, it says animal dens that you can probably do something. Should I go to the Wolverine then? Sounds dangerous.
Do you want to?
I don't know. Alright, I found
there's
another
some light.
vehicle to screw up, so let's do this.
You can actually press shift, I think, and then it's automatically drives
Really?
for you. Yeah,
That's
it's one
no
of the key
fun.
bindings. I don't know anymore.
That's no fun. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Be careful, that one has a gas tank.
Excuse me.
There's reports to highwaymen
Probably
about
gas
people
tank.
stealing goods off corpses. These guys are chicken
Scavenger
shit
is running
and
away.
the first sign of trouble. If you see any,
There it
take
is.
them out and look their backpacks. They'll be full of things you can use.
Easy, guys. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. That's not
Parts
good.
junkie, do you mean with frames per second? That is at 60. That's because the capture card is capping the FPS.
Yes.
Normally it would be around 90, even 100 maybe, on high settings.
Ow!
And it's currently capped to 60. So that's
That's one freaking good sniper. He's like way off in the distance and we're still shooting him. I bet he's cheating, guys. I bet he's using hacks. There's no other explanation.
Such dark comments in the comment section.
Really? What do you mean?
Night in that game looks almost as black as my heart.
Oh, that's actually quite poetic, you know.
Except for MSI. MSI warmed my cold dead heart a little. Aw.
Oh,
Thanks.
well, we're glad to do that. Oh! Okay. Did not see that coming. Who put that tree there? It just jumped out of
Jump
nowhere.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, that tree just jumped at me out of nowhere.
Mhm.
That's just wrong. Okay. Well, we're almost there. Oh, there's something there. It's a big open world right here.
Yeah. It's not as big as Far Cry 5. They made the landscape a little smaller, but it's still pretty nice.
Okay, so now probably you're gonna have to like wait around somewhere here to see. What is that? That seems like something important. Is that something I'm supposed to avoid or go towards? Bring the tank.
Yeah, Misfit,
Oh.
it's actually possible to get a higher FPS with while capturing the gameplay, but we couldn't find it. And
Well, for a desktop we know how to do it, but
desktop
for,
we know how to do it, and
for
notebook should
notebook it's
normally.
more difficult, or at least we haven't found a way. So if you know how to do it, please do share, because
Yeah.
then we can use that in the future. But we actually didn't find a way to do it. And it's apparently tied to the fact that, like I mentioned, these notebooks have both integrated graphics and a dedicated graphics card. And actually, from what I heard, the panel itself of the laptop is connected to, firstly, to the integrated graphics, because that's where, you know, in Windows, without gaming,
Yeah.
that provides
Saves
the
a
power
lot
for
of
that, saves a lot
energy.
of energy. You don't use the dedicated GPU. But that also means that, for example, in the NVIDIA drivers, you won't be able to see the display, the panel of the notebook, to be able to, you know, change the settings. At least not setting up separate displays, for example. So anyway, we looked into some of the details, but if you have more information about that, and you can show us or you could teach us how to do that, then sure. We already tried a couple of things, but you know, we don't know everything.
We got help from a ringer then too.
So what? Where is this? Where's Gracie? There we go. Oh, probably we need to go here. Yeah, that makes sense. Usually you just need to go to the buildings, right? That's usually where they are.
Not always.
No?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. Well, at the beginning it should be easy, right? So, look
Yeah.
at that moon.
It's nice.
You get it's a lot of. Is
A
that
bit of,
Aurora
northern lights,
Borealis there?
yeah.
Yeah. So we're on the northern hemisphere, apparently.
I don't know where it's located precisely.
Wasn't it Montana or something?
Oh, well,
I don't know if you
now
get
we're not using this
northern
notebook.
lights.
We can look it up.
I don't know if you get northern lights in Montana.
Well, it's after an apocalypse.
Then
So
you get northern lights.
maybe
It's just radioactivity.
it's radioactivity. Who knows?
Nice. That's one of the cooler things about radioactive stuff, then, I guess. Everything glows nicely. I guess there's that.
Montana, yes. It's quite
okay.
north, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's close to Canada.
So, what is this? Okay, these are baddies? Are these bad people?
Yeah, you see it's on the border of Canada. Not as north as... It's as north as France, if we compare it to our location.
So that's not very much north,
No.
right?
But maybe it's radioactivity, like we mentioned.
Probably.
Who knows?
I'm going with radioactive. What's happening? Oh, I see somebody there. Is he like a prisoner? Whoa, what happened? Oh, sniper.
Holmes
Ow.
County, Montana.
Can I... It's like a shotgun, so I have to get really close, right? What up? Oh, nice. I'll take that. Where's the gun?
And of course, it's still fiction. So a lot of
it's-
things can happen in fiction
Doesn't have to be realistic, you know.
that cannot happen in real life, unfortunately.
Well, fortunately, probably. Like the nuclear
Yeah,
blast and
yeah,
stuff
okay.
like that. That's-
Well,
I'd rather not find out, you know, what would actually realistically happen. Because I doubt I'd
we
be
don't
around.
have that many bunkers in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I doubt I'd be around to find out, actually. Okay, so she's here. Let's see if we can have a nice conversation. Wait, where are you going? Here you go.
Very-
You're that outsider, huh?
You're that outsider.
You're the highwayman and none too
Probably.
happy with you. Good.
None too happy with
About
you.
time you young guns
Dragons for
took
Annick.
place. Name's Grace.
I already have a lot
If I
of
was
dragons
a
on my
blind
desk.
fighting right
So
beside you.
that's a nice thing about working for MSI.
But I'm still
You get a
putting
lot
my
of
hands
lucky
to
dragons
good
in every form you can
Are you-
imagine.
are you a Targaryen?
I have a lot of dragons, so
Ma- are you-
they
are
cannot
you-
spit fire though.
Are you considered to be mother of dragons?
I do have a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah, that's nice. Does it have lucky on it?
No. I think we're not allowed to.
There might be some licensing costs involved, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, Sir Charles knows something. Montana doesn't have a very dense city, so light pollution isn't a problem, to be honest. You probably could see the northern lights from there. Huh. That's nice for people living
Fair
in
enough.
Montana.
Oh look, there's somebody here as well.
Maybe we should turn our lights off. Maybe we can see something.
What do you mean?
Well, if we all turn off the lights during
Oh,
the
like
night,
that. Yeah, that's true.
light pollution
Yep.
here
Yes, true.
increases as well.
I've been in places where, like Iceland or South Africa, and in places where there's like so little light that indeed suddenly the sky, as long as it's a little bit clear, it becomes so bright with just starlight and the light from the moon that you can actually see quite a bit. It's not
Yeah.
like really dark or something. It actually becomes like quite
Bright.
doable.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say bright unless it's like a full moon.
Yeah.
But it's bright enough to be able to see, you know, make your way somewhere and see where you're going. So that's pretty nice. Where did she say we needed to go?
This is Grace
Oh,
Armstrong. The highwaymen took my weapon.
Not that far.
No.
Anik is dragonborn. Well, I hope I don't ever get a last name as long as Daenerys has.
No.
I don't have the energy to pronounce all of the last names she has.
Steal back the supplies they took.
Oh my
and
god,
load
I
down any
need to have
pinheads
another
that
conversation with her.
You
I
can
just
skip
want to get to the
everything.
mission. Come
You
on.
can skip it.
Here we go. Bus kill.
Story mission. Nice.
Okay, where to? Where do I need to go? Not too far, I hope. Where? I don't see it.
You can also do a treasure hunt. That one. No, a little to the left, diamond.
This one?
Yeah, it's like a little puzzle that you have to do. It's quite nice actually. I do like.
Right, well, screw your missions, Grace. We'll get back to you later. Priorities.
In Zeeland there are a lot of bunkers, 76 in total on farmers' land. Fun fact.
God,
That's a lot of bunkers.
what the hell? What are you doing?
Oh,
One
nice.
for you and one for you. That's what you get. You don't mess with me. I mess with you. Alright, let's go. I just want to be left alone. What? It's
Just
like auto steering.
Yeah,
now.
but it's what?
See, now it's like
It's
making
going
me.
through the on the roads. Who do you think will sit on the Iron Throne? Have you watched Game of Thrones?
I think
I'm not gonna say
oh, actually,
because
this
I
thing
think it will
doesn't-
spoil anything.
This thing
I don't want
doesn't
to
do
spoil.
too well in water, apparently.
Oh wow. What did you think it would do?
I didn't know how
keep
deep
on
it
driving.
was. I didn't know how deep it was. I've gone across other water surfaces and it would just continue going.
Oh wow.
You don't know until you try.
That's 100% true.
100% of the time. Let's see. I was complaining about Eric's driving skills before, but I mean this was admittedly terrible as well.
Oh, they say that I should drive it. I'm not good at driving either. I just mess up.
The chop shop.
I always walk everywhere in the game
So
because I'm a
there's an
horrible
outpost
driver.
close. Can I take over this outpost?
Yeah, it's actually very fun.
Okay, let's do that. But I don't have like long range weapons, so that's gonna be a problem. So that means I'm
gonna
have
be a
to.
problem.
I'm gonna just have to get up close
Just
and
walk in there.
say hello.
Hello, boys.
Are you friendly? Probably not anymore. Not after this.
You should turn on the destroy the alarm.
Where?
There it is. That alarm.
The one that is
Because
just
then,
triggering.
yeah, because then a lot of it's destroyed. More people can come in if they ring the alarm.
Yeah, come one at a time. Come on. One at a time, guys. Next! Who's next?
There it is.
Oh, wow, it's like
A little bit more stronger. Ooh, nice.
Come on.
You can crouch as well.
Somebody's screaming. It's like really close.
It's screaming into a dragon.
It sounds like a suicide guy or something, so I thought like someone was like running after me, but I couldn't see anybody. Oh wow! What is this? What was
It's
this?
an innocent one.
It was that guy screaming. Or maybe that guy. Come on. Give up.
There are a lot of people. I do like doing these outposts because it's like it's not really a mission, but it has a lot of action in between.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
If you're tired of solving the puzzles, you can do just outposts. There it is. Nice.
Nice and pink. Okay. Eric is now laughing behind the scenes. I can guarantee you that. Yeah. Yeah.
Great job getting that place back for
We're
us.
all laughing.
I'm
at
gonna
Peter's
hear-
driving skills.
I'm gonna hear this for a while. You can be sure of that.
Outpost, or you can scavenge it. That means the highwaymen will come back with tougher reinforcements.
Okay. So I've killed a lot of people. People are dead.
More ethanol.
I think it's time for to choose another winner.
Yes.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's a different game, Peter. I know. I understood that reference.
There you go. All right. So again, well, I'm gonna draw the winner right now, but still, you know, you can please go to msi.com/2/insider. Please subscribe to our channel if you like our content. Very much appreciated if you do. We like making it for you, and if there's any questions you want answered or any subjects you would like to see in future streams as well, you can always let us know. So it's time to draw the last winner. Let's do it. One. Right. So our last winner is Dig Sample Beats.
Nice.
Congratulations, Dig Sample Beats. You also win a $20 Steam code, and we'll get it to you as soon as possible.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for today, right? So, well, we showed you guys to recap a little bit. Two of our latest and greatest notebooks.
Yes.
We showed you guys a lot of the features. We showed you some live gameplay, some benchmarks as well. So if you missed that and you want to know the performance of these notebooks, we featured it in the stream. So after we end the stream, you can scroll back and rewatch that part if you want. And next week, my colleague Ja will be showing you how to get into 4K gaming with a brand new monitor, which is the MAG 321 Curve. And I'm not going to spoil much, but the curve
It's real.
is real, and it means that it's a curved monitor. I bet you guys didn't figure that out yet. Anyway, so hope to see you guys next week again, and thank you for joining,
Yes.
and see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Have a nice evening.